Hello everyone, welcome to Best Recipes with Sharon. Today I would like to show you how to make Pouding Chomeur. So don't laugh at how I pronounced that because my French is not that good. I was given this recipe from a friend that's from Montreal. This is very rich and absolutely delicious, made with pure maple syrup and other rich ingredients. And so I thought it was fitting to do this right on Canada Day. We'll get right to showing you how to make this right after a few seconds of advertisements. Every recipe in this cookbook will have a video that will show you how to make it. This book has a QR code inside the cover that will link you directly to my channel. And I'm now working on a second recipe book, so you might be interested in that one as well. Stay tuned. Okay, so back to today's featured recipe. We'll start by making the maple sauce. So we'll start by adding 2 cups of pure maple syrup to a large saucepan. Add 1.5 cups of brown sugar, 1.5 cups of heavy cream, such as whipping cream, 1/2 cup of real butter that's been softened, 1 tablespoon of pure vanilla, and finally 1/2 teaspoon of kosher salt. Have you ever heard of salted caramel and the difference it makes in the flavor? Well, that's what we're talking about here. Put the sauce on over medium-high heat and stir it until the butter melts. Once the butter has melted, remove it from the heat and set it aside. Now let's get on to making the cake part of this. So we'll add 1/2 cup of softened butter to a large mixing bowl. Next is 3/4 cup of white sugar, 2 large eggs, and mix that together until it's combined. Now take a 2-cup measuring cup, add 1.5 cups of all-purpose flour, 1/4 cup of cornstarch, 2 teaspoons of baking powder, and 1/2 teaspoon of salt, and mix that together with a spoon. So this will be your dry ingredients, and we'll be alternating it with buttermilk. You will need 3/4 cup of buttermilk that's been warmed to room temperature. Kind of alternate a little bit. We'll be doing the dry ingredients and the wet ingredients back and forth, probably about 3 times over, slightly mixing in between. And what I mean by that is just don't overmix the batter. Now we'll need to add 1 teaspoon of pure vanilla, and of course that can be done at any point, but we'll finish doing our alternating between the flour and the buttermilk. And just gently mix it, and towards the end I remove the paddle attachment and I just take the large spoon or spatula and finish mixing the rest. Scrape down the sides of the bowl and just finish mixing it slightly until it's combined with more flour pockets. And you can see the texture of the batter here. Now we're going to spoon this into a 9 by 13 inch cake pan, and be sure that you've got one that's at least 2.5 inches deep. This way you can leave room for the maple sauce and also for the cake to puff up some. And I forgot to mention that I did lightly grease the pan. You don't absolutely have to, but I did. Just thought it would help keep it from sticking a little bit. Spread the batter out evenly right to the edges. So it's now ready for the maple sauce. We don't want to just pour that on. We want to use something so that it kind of breaks the fall, as it needs to be poured on kind of gently. Another way you can do it is just to place a spoon under the stream, just sort of break the fall, but this worked out quite well for me. Okay, so now we've got a preheated oven. It's going to be preheated to 350 degrees. We're going to put the timer on for about 40 minutes. It may take 40 to 45 minutes, but when I did the 9 by 13 inch pan here, 40 minutes seemed to be pretty close to enough. And when you remove it from the oven, check it with a toothpick and it should come out clean, and it should look golden like this, with lots of bubbled up sauce all around. So the batter rises and comes to the top and bakes up like a cake, and you have your sauce that's now thickened up. It's good just like it is. And you can add more sauce if you like. Scoop it up from the bottom of the pan. And you can even add a dollop of whipped cream on top. This truly is a really tasty and rich dessert, so I hope you'll go ahead and make it and enjoy it. And happy Canada Day to everyone. And I wanted to tell you that if you want more from this channel on how to make, tune in to Best Recipes with Sharon. And there's also this book that's available. It's a sci-fi book that's written by my son Ryan. I've also provided a quick link for this as well. Thanks for watching today's episode, and until next time, happy eating.